Somebody's asked me to make a full video of this build, which is going to be quite difficult, but I'll do my best. What we got here, we've got the dolly for the engine built but not glued. We're going to strip her apart again, ready to put the paint on. Obviously there's some metallized and there's also some green paint on there that's got to be put on, and we'll hand paint and pick out the details. So we'll put that to one side for now, and the bits. What we've got here is all the parts for the engine, or most of the parts. I'm not going to bore you with a complete glue together. They've all been cleaned up and ready to go, so they're all in rough order of what we're going to need. We'll give it a go. We've got Tamiya extra thin as the main glue. That's what I use mostly. So basically what we'll do is, we're all ready, we'll get it together. Right, so what we've got is the tweezers. These were given to me a few years ago now, and these are my go-to tweezers, hooked. Just makes you better so you can see what you're actually doing. Anyway, we've got these little parts here. Please don't ask me what they're called. I'm not an engine person. I just put a little dab of glue on each of the little areas. Pick up one part, place it on. Check the orientation of these, because I should have checked it before but I didn't. Yep, so they go like that, that's fine. So try to find it in the right hole accurately. There are loads of these little bits to go. Very fiddly. Don't think I'll be able to put them down with big old fingers. Should have started from the other end. There you go. Right. Making sure that they're nice and level. Just needs a little bit of a clean. Tiny little bit more glue, because that's probably dried up by now. On we go. Obviously these will be painted yellow, I believe. I will have a look in a minute. What we'll do is we'll spray the whole engine before we detail all the yellow up. Okay, so we've now installed all 18 of what I can imagine are the igniters. Again, I don't exactly know. So what to do now is look at the instructions. We've got the two internal rings that are going to go just on here. So it's that one. And we have a nice little locator. So that one goes on there. And then right in here. The afterburner ring. Find out where the correct mark is. Face it the right way. And then pop that in just like so. So that's in there. Having a look. Come on to this end. Got the nozzles, which literally just clip in nicely. Nice little bit of glue. Slide them in, and they almost click in place. Level them up. Just run a little bit of glue down the inside, which will never be seen, hopefully. Nice and level. And then just a touch of glue on both sides. Just that side for a second. We have the other side with two more. As I say, they just lay in nice and tight. Make sure they're nice and level in. Oops, we have a big clumpy fingers. Straight in nicely. Test fit. So it's before the glue dries, just in case. That all goes together very nicely. Lovely job. We've got the top of the engine, which is pretty basic. That's not basic, that's very detailed, but lay it on. Let it have a look, see what the fit is like, which is spot on. So put a little bit of glue across the top. This will lay on just nicely. It should clamp down well. And then just a little bit of glue on the inside. Sorry if you can't see that. Just to make it a nice clean fit. Lovely jubbly. And then we bring the two halves together. So that it all fits nicely. We can start to glue this up. Line them up. Hold them for just a few seconds. Let the glue's capillary action do the work. Making sure it's all lined up. Lovely job. Then on the inside of that, just touch the glue and let it flow around. Any glue marks, because this is going to be metal, it's going to show up everything, so any glue marks we'll get rid of with the buff up in a little while. Right, same for this side. Make sure that's nice and lined up and tight. Looking lovely jubbly. I hope you can see this well on the camera. Just hold that for a few seconds. Yep, that's nice. And we have the other section which clips in nicely. Very little glue needed. This part is coming towards the end, so it doesn't get too much on the brush at one hit. Where's the other end? There it is. We're just going to run the glue down it. If you touch it on the gap, it will just flow around, which is all we need. And a little bit around there. Right. So that's the engine, most of the engine built. What we'll do, we'll leave that for a few minutes, and then we'll come back in with some sanding sticks and some buffer sticks and give that a good polish up before we start on the rest. I've got a little gap there. A little bit of glue, hold it together, and that should be okay in a few minutes. Right, so while we're waiting for the glue to dry on the engine itself, we'll put the gearbox together. 3-piece unit. Just having a look. So, which way up? Always check your fit and dry fit everything. Even with Tamiya, something could go wrong with it. Just to make sure it all looks the business. No big gaps. Just run a little bit of glue down on the inside and on this bit. And on the top. That looks lovely. One way up. Oh, right way up. That just fits in on the top. And there's your gearbox. All ready to go. I'll come back to that in a minute when it's dry. Right, now the engine has had a few minutes to dry. So what we're going to do now, start to get rid of the seams. So all we're going to do is go over with a very light sanding sponge. And take the seams out. Any glue marks we've made, they'll be gone as well. It's quite a bit deeper. It's a sprue mark there, so we'll just use a normal sanding stick just to get it out. Get rid of that and polish it up a little bit and around. So just getting rid of the seams a little bit. We don't want them to show if we can really help it. With the fit of this kit, it's not a great deal of cleaning up to do anyway. So we just get rid of these seams like so, and then come in with a little bit of a buff and stick just to bring the plastic back, because as I said it's a metal finish, so we want a reasonable base for everything to join in. Give it a polish on the other side. I don't need a great deal because of the quality of the kit. She's pretty good. Right, so she's now all polished up and relatively seamless. We can start putting the parts onto her. So, what we'll do, we'll get the fan and the engine together. Like I say, we'll spray all these up afterwards. So, and a little tiny clip there, line that up, and in that goes. Lovely job. Now that goes boom, not there, onto this piece, like so. So the glue will literally run right the way around when you touch her in. She's happy there. A couple of touches around her. So that she holds together nicely. And we'll start from this end and working in. We have this part. Trying to work out how she goes in there, like so by the looks of it. Not quite in there. Looks like she needs to clip down a bit harder than that. It does fit on there like that. Lovely job. Okay. So, bit of glue. On we go. A little bit on this side so that the glue runs in and round. Holds her nicely in place. Then we have one of the electric stroke oil lines going on there. Be this one. So that goes onto there. Just like so. The gearbox, which we built a little while ago, which is here. Again, check the orientation and everything around it. There. Sit on there like that. Yep, nicely. So glue where it needs to go. That sits on there nicely. Dum, dum, dum. We have a box, which is that one. That goes onto this bit. So I'm just checking the references and everything else at the same time here. That goes on that way. So that bit goes on the top. That way around. Over jubbly. This bit here actually glues together like that. So watch me fingers. That goes on like so. And that bit goes in. This pipe work goes into there like so. Straighten that up a bit. Little tiny drop of glue on the end of the pipe. Square her up. Looking good. On the bottom here we have another piece of pipe, which is this one. That literally just goes in like so, with a little touch of glue here. That then creates the pipe work right the way through. And then underneath we have another piece which goes glue in the holes. Keep checking your references all the time to make sure you have the right bit. It goes around that way. So that bit goes on there. And we come to the other end. So the first bit at the top is that part. That goes there to there. Right, so I've now got these bits to put on. Just go like that. So nicely. And one more. Now it's starting to come together. So we'll turn the page and have a look. Right, so at the back here we have rather a large hole for this lovely bit, I believe. Let's check the orientation, as they say. She slides in nicely. Having a quick gander, making sure everything is going in the right place. So we have this bit to go on. I don't know anything about engines, so I just hope we get it right. Looking at the thing again, that bit goes to the front, and then that bit goes upwards, just like so. And then we have one more pipe, which if we have it like that, looking at this, this is fiddly. Go like that. Yeah. Right. So just the top grow to take her in. A little bit of glue on the end of the pipes. Good old tweezers to get it spot on. And there you go. That is your engine fully built. Okay, so now we'll put this to one side and we'll start talking about putting some paint on her.